this month, that is July 28th, happens to be the World's Hepatitis Day. And on this day, we would like to educate the people about the different viruses which affect the liver. There are 5 types of common viruses which affect the liver. They go by the alphabets A, B, C, D and E. Basically, B and C are important disorders because they cause long-term problems to the liver. And hepatitis B and C, and in fact hepatitis D, also spread through blood and blood products. Hepatitis B importantly has got a vaccination so that some preventive steps can be taken against developing this disease, whereas hepatitis C, as of now, there is no vaccination available. Both the disorders, hepatitis B and hepatitis C, spread through blood. So there is an immense need to tackle the problem at the blood bank level and do the screening programs. The screening of the blood donation, the blood that is donated is screened for the viruses, and the positive donation units are removed and the rest are processed and given for blood donation. This could be one of the methods, but there could be other methods of transmission of this B virus and C virus. For example, IV drug abuse or during dialysis or a few other methods that virus could get transmitted. Now the problem with this B and C virus is the chronicity. Chronicity means the disease goes on for longer time and the patients develop chronic hepatitis, which could go on to develop cirrhosis of the liver. Cirrhosis generally is considered as an irreversible condition where the function of the liver gets damaged and there is a permanent disability to carry out the liver functions. This results in several complications of the liver in the form of ascites, which is development of fluid in the peritoneal cavity, portal hypertension, which may cause upper GI bleeding, and liver disorders can also lead to coma, that is hepatic encephalopathy, and sometimes renal disorders or lung disorders like hepatorenal syndrome and hepatopulmonary syndrome. So our main aim should be to reduce the burden of cirrhosis in the society by handling these infections. One is prevention, the second one is treatment of these infections. Prevention, as we already talked, is by giving the vaccination to the population and preventing the spread of this disease. And we also discussed that hepatitis B has got a vaccination, whereas hepatitis C has no vaccination. So we need to take more care about the hepatitis C. So hepatitis B is found approximately, if we say in Indian population, 3 to 5% of the Indian population have this B virus. That is, they don't suffer from disease, but they could be carriers. So we can say that the carrier state in India is about 3, maximum 5%. And the carrier state of C virus in India seems to be 1%. The numbers are big enough actually. So we need to somehow reduce this burden in the society by various steps which can be taken as preventive measures or also as treatment measures. So the treatment of B virus is by either regulated interferon and or antivirals, whereas the treatment of hepatitis C is generally by regulated interferon plus ribavirin therapy. New treatments are being developed for hepatitis C. They are to be available in India, and in maybe the next 1 to 1.5 years, more drugs would be available, which could be somewhat safer than the present regimens and which could shorten the duration of treatment. But as of now, they seem to be a little expensive, but in the future, probably the cost is likely to come down. Now, the importance of these viruses is they could affect the pregnants, and especially the B virus, there could be a vertical transmission from mother to baby, and this needs to be prevented because children who develop the infection through vertical transmission, they tend to develop liver disease somewhat faster. So all pregnants needs to be screened for hepatitis B, and if the viral load is high, that is the DNA, HBV DNA is high, they they would be treated with antivirals somewhere around the last 6 to 8 weeks of pregnancy. One more thing that needs to be understood is, though a lot of disease burden is discussed about these viruses, one needs to be bold, and if at all they have these infections, one needs to handle them and tackle them. So one should not be depressed if they have these infections. That becomes also a very important thing. There is so much of medical education that has gone into the society regarding these viruses. People tend to get depressed when they have these infections. I think that should not be the trend. Education should also help these people in being bold, and they should be able to handle the infections. Of course, when they have these problems, they should contact the doctors and then take appropriate measures and appropriate treatments. So they should get themselves investigated thoroughly, and they should get themselves treated by the appropriate medication. And all the complications do not develop if they are being treated, and the complications are reduced if adequate treatment and good response is there. So it is a duty of the medical professionals to screen the population, pick up the disease, and whoever is affected, they should be investigated and treated with appropriate medication. Presently, reasonably good treatment is available for hepatitis B. The viral loads can be reduced. For hepatitis C also, there is reasonably good treatment in the form of interferon and ribavirin, especially for genotype 3 and genotype 2. Genotype 4 and genotype 1, the responses are not very encouraging, but probably in the future they could be responding to the drugs like the sofosbuvir, which is likely to be released in the market, Indian market, maybe in the next 1 to 2 years. Vaccination is important for hepatitis B, and nowadays all the newborns are vaccinated against hepatitis B, but people who are not vaccinated, adults who are not vaccinated against hepatitis B, could get themselves vaccinated, so that you also help in reducing the burden of infection in the society. Despite wide information about the vaccinations that are available for hepatitis B, we do see large number of patients who have hepatitis B. Majority of them are carriers. Some have acute hepatitis, some have chronic hepatitis, and some are in the stage of cirrhosis. And a rare patient develops hepatocellular carcinoma, that is a liver cancer related to these viruses. The message I would like to give is, these viruses, hepatitis B and hepatitis C, cause liver disease. They tend to cause cirrhosis if the infection is ignored. They could silently cause liver disease, so sometimes screening programs are better. But if the disease is identified, there are reasonably good medication or medicines to handle the disease, and good responses do come. Sometimes, rarely, there may not be a very good response, especially like hepatitis C and genotype 1, but there are some more treatments that will be coming up in the future. My other message is, if somebody is affected by the virus, they should get themselves properly investigated, properly treated, and they should not get depressed and things appear to be rosy. Thank you.